How has God brought you two together that no other two people could have been brought together on this earth to garden, to create beauty and order out of chaos? And I think too many times we shoot for the moon in the sense of that must mean our garden must mean we gotta, go to Uganda and, die for Jesus and all these things. And if that's what he calls you to and that's your garden, please do that, amen. But at the end of the day, a sufficient garden can just be changing poopy diapers, right? I mean, to me, is children not actually the best example of a garden, taking raw materials and hopefully making something beautiful? And I say hopeful because a lot of us are still in transition in the middle, if you know what I mean. Like, we'll see, we don't know, right? But children or art or politics or medicine or music, he has brought you two together to create order out of chaos. That is your job as a gardener. Now, think from God's perspective how crazy what he just did right there is. Think about how creative and cool the way that God put this into practice and in place. That he said, I'm going to perpetuate my blessing and my goodness through this mysterious covenant called marriage with male plus female, and that's the what, and then he gives them the how a little earlier in the chapter where it actually says how they're going to do that. It's another command where he says, be fruitful and multiply, have a bunch of babies, because this is a big job. The whole earth is a very big place, is it not? It's a big, big place, and so he goes, have a bunch of babies, and then go out on the mission that I gave you. You are all gardeners, and that's what I was saying in the beginning, is we have to understand that from the beginning, God's vision is actually a multi-generational family team or a married team on mission. That is God's answer to perpetuate his blessing, his goodness, and order out of chaos into this world. Do you believe that? That sounds like a great big story to me. That sounds like a great big story to me, that marriage is actually one of God's primary vehicles to not only show himself, but to actually perpetuate that blessing.